Legends about mermaids go back thousands of years. From the Netherlands to South Africa, here are 10 famous mermaid sightings from around the world. Number 10. British Columbia, 1967. In 1967, British Columbia became a hub of mermaid excitement when one day, ferry riders spotted a mermaid lounging on the shore of Main Island. They claimed they saw a topless, blonde woman with the tail of a porpoise sitting on the beach shore. Some witnesses even became very upset as they believed they saw the mermaid eating a raw salmon. One tourist from Iowa even managed to take a picture. After the sighting, the mermaid was seen one more time the following week. As the locals got swept up by the spotting of this mysterious mermaid, the town locals began to seek any information relating to her. The town newspaper, The Colonist, put up a $25,000 reward for the mermaid. Arrangements were even made for the mermaid to have room and board once she was found and successfully acclimated into the town setting. Although many believe that the whole thing was a charade, many still believe that what they saw was real. Number 9. Scotland, 1830. Mermaids are part of Scotland's countless mysteries and legends. In 1830, the people of the island of Benbecula saw a mermaid. While cutting seaweed near the shore one day, a woman reportedly saw a miniature woman swimming in the water. Surprised by her discovery, she called many people over to view the water dweller. Some men rushed at her in the water either to catch her or get a closer look, and the woman swam out of reach. Some boys threw stones at the frightened mermaid, and one struck her in the back. A few days later, the corpse of the mermaid supposedly washed up on the shore. Like many of the other claims of mermaids, this one was small, with pale white skin and had the tail of a fish without scales. After the discovery, the sheriff of the town thought it only fitting that the mermaid have a proper burial. Someone constructed a coffin, and the mermaid, wrapped in a shroud, was laid to rest above the shoreline where she was found. To this day, no one knows exactly where the mermaid was buried, as no marker was left to denote the spot. Number 8. West Indies, 1614. John Smith, the same John Smith from Pocahontas, reported that he saw a mermaid off the coast of West Indies in 1614. According to the story, Smith saw a woman swimming parallel to the shore. He was captivated by the grace in which she moved and noted that she had ears that were too long, a nose that was too short, eyes that were too round, and green hair. He also noted that the woman was a little attractive from the waist up. From the waist down, however, she was all fish. Some doubt has been thrown on the veracity of the tale, of course. Otherwise, where would the mystery be? One source claims he wasn't in the West Indies, but in Newfoundland. Another historian says that Smith wasn't in the West Indies in 1614, though he was there in 1607. Potato, potato in this case. The same historian suggested that Alexander Dumas fabricated the tale to give credence to his own mermaid story about a Frenchman searching for a Dutchman who had 4 children with a mermaid. Number 7. Norway, 1608. In 1608, Henry Hudson explored the cold northern waters off Norway. Written in his journal, he describes a day when he encountered a group of mermaids. Hudson claimed a mermaid appeared in the water, saw his crew, and called up more of her mermaid sisters. He described the women as being as big as the men in his crew, with very white skin and long dark hair. He claimed their tails looked like a dolphin's, but were spotted like a mackerel. Hudson was thrilled that he had discovered mermaids. What makes this case so strange is that it occurred in the Bering Sea. Most mermaid sightings are discounted as sailors mistaking animals, often manatees, as mermaids. However, no manatees swim the waters of the Bering Sea. Naturalist Philip Henry Goss, in his mid-1800s work, The Romance of Natural History, believes it to be impossible that Hudson mistook an animal for this mermaid. He believes seasoned sailors such as Hudson would be able to identify animals in that location easily. Goss believes either Hudson made this entire story up or he actually saw something truly unique to the realm of science. We may never know. Number 6. Netherlands, 1430. According to legend, in the Netherlands in 1430, the dikes failed in Edam, West Friesland, and the area flooded. 2 girls took a little boat out to milk their cows. As they did so, they came upon a mermaid floundering in shallow water. They took the mermaid home where they dressed and fed her. She never spoke but learned how to weave and spin. She tried to escape from the girls several times, but she was always watched carefully. After living on land for 15 years, legend goes that she died and, because she learned to kneel before a crucifix, was buried in the local churchyard. The story, though, doesn't explain how a creature with a fish's tail was able to kneel at all or even survive on land, but it makes for a good story. Number 5. Indonesia, 1943. In the midst of World War II, one of the most well-documented mermaid sightings occurred. Japanese soldiers set up a surveillance team on the K Islands of Indonesia. During the time there, several members of the team reported seeing a small humanoid figure in the water with spines on its neck and a head and a mouth like a carp. The mermaid figure often played in lagoons and near the beach shores of the K Islands. As sightings continued, the indigenous people invited a sergeant with the group, Mr. Taro Horiba, to see what they had caught in their fishing nets. Upon arrival at the village, he entered the chieftain's home to find one of these creatures splayed out on the floor. Horiba described a small body with red-brown hair, spines along the neck, and a humanoid face with a lipless, fish-like mouth full of needle-sharp teeth. Mr. Horiba was confused and shocked by what he saw and urged zoologists to investigate after the war. However, no one believed any of his stories of mermaids in the K Islands. Number 4. The Dominican Republic, 1493. While on his quest to find a better route to India, Christopher Columbus stumbled upon the Caribbean islands. In January of 1493, he recorded in his journal that he saw 3 mermaids in the water. He noted that they weren't as beautiful as the ones depicted in paintings and that they appeared to be only human in their faces. To him and the rest of the crew, it is likely that they believed that they had come face to face with the mythical creature. For those less romantic souls, in reality, Columbus most likely saw manatees, or the now extinct Steller's sea cows. For those who believe, maybe he really did see mermaids, because otherwise, how could a seasoned sailor mistake a chubby aquatic animal for a half-fish woman? Number 3. South Africa, 2008. In 2008, a legendary mermaid called the Cayman made waves in South Africa. A group of friends went camping near a river when they heard loud splashing and banging noises. Upon further investigation, the group came upon a woman in the water. The woman appeared to be pale white with long black hair. Her skin had an opalescence that made her seem as if she was nearly glowing. The most shocking feature was seen when the woman turned to the group. She had piercing red eyes. Another witness said the mermaid made a sorrowful sound like a woman crying. After a moment of chaos with the group, the mermaid disappeared into the murky water. People of South Africa are leery of the Cayman as she is known for pulling people under and trapping them beneath the depths with the objects you most desire. Number 2. Israel, 2009. In 2009, mermaid fever swept through the Israeli town of Kiryat Yam as people in the town claimed to see a being that was part young woman and part fish. The mermaid began making appearances at dusk, often performing tricks for locals and tourists alike. The first local to have seen the mermaid claims that she was sunbathing, and as he and his friends approached her, she bounded from the sand and disappeared into the waves. They were all shocked to discover that the sunbathing woman had no legs, but a tail instead. This one sighting was not an isolated event. As word spread about the mermaid, hundreds of people came forward claiming that they had seen the Kiryat Yam mermaid. The Kiryat Yam mermaid has become so popular that the town council offered a $1 million reward for any evidence that this mysterious creature exists. So far, the prize remains unclaimed. Number 1. Zimbabwe, 2012. In 2012, an irate mermaid scared construction crews of Zimbabwe away from their work on the Gokwe and Osborne dams. At Gokwe, machinery mysteriously broke down, and the local workmen blamed mermaids, or as they're referred to by locals, the Mamba Muntu. At the Osborne Dam, divers went down to inspect some pipes. They emerged vowing to never go down there again. The appearance of the mermaids was seen as an ill omen. The local council, in an attempt to pursue the continued installation of irrigation pumps, hired white workers to finish the job instead. They felt that workers who didn't know about the local superstitions would work no matter what went wrong. However, these workers also fled the construction site, and they vowed never to return due to the rage and harassment caused by the Zimbabwe River mermaid. In an attempt to placate the Mamba Muntu, local council members and chieftains decided to hire a healer to perform cleansing rituals. The rituals included brewing beer and slaughtering cattle. What makes this sighting so odd is that Zimbabwe is landlocked. Mermaids are associated with the sea, but these sightings are associated with rivers. What was causing the chaos during the construction of the dams? If you're interested in learning more about mermaids, Animal Planet aired a series of specials called Mermaids, the Body of Evidence, and Mermaids, the New Evidence. Many people believed these specials, one woman going so far to say that if the NOAA was lying about mermaids, they must be lying about everything else, like climate change. This series was so successful that the Discovery Channel produced their own series called Mermaids. Thanks for watching! Remember to subscribe and click here for more videos. See you next time! Bye!